Tonight we report on a 28-year prison sentence for a Soap Lake man, and the Moses Lake Public Library celebrates its 50th anniversary. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Moses Lake boys soccer moves to 4-0 on the season, and Ephrata drops a twin bill to Prosser at home. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Good to be with you, everybody. Unsettled weather impacts much of the region, and there is a warming trend in the forecast. All the details in a few moments.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
A Soap Lake man is serving more than 28 years in prison after he held a 17-year-old boy at knife point and raped him. Jeffrey McFadden, a 59-year-old man, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to unlawful possession of a firearm in the first degree, distribution of marijuana to a minor, and intimidating a witness. The attorneys agreed to an exceptional sentence for McFadden, which led to consecutive sentences for each crime. Chief Deputy Prosecutor Alan White stated prosecutor's office sought the exceptional sentence because of McFadden's previous convictions for robbery and rape. McFadden approached the victim when the boy was looking for a friend. McFadden approached the boy and told him he knew where the victim's friend was. McFadden took out a knife, put his hand over the victim's mouth, and forced him into an apartment. McFadden raped the boy in the apartment. Friday night was the annual Grant County Lincoln Day Dinner in Moses Lake. The event is the largest fundraiser for the Grant County GOP. Reporter Joe Utter has the details.
Friday night was filled with food, music, auctions, and entertainment at the annual Grant County Lincoln Day Dinner put on by the Grant County GOP. Freshman Representative Tom Dent and Senator Judy Warnick were on hand, along with renowned motivational speaker Chris Widener, who said he still has hope for the Republican Party and the future of the country.
I believe that the future is bright for us if we choose. I still believe that America is the land of opportunity. I believe that we've had some setbacks, but I believe that Americans are resilient.
Dent and Warnick made the trip back from Olympia to join more than 100 community members for the dinner and auction. Warnick, who's in the supermajority in the state Senate, said the key in future elections could be getting voters on the west side of the state to vote Republican.
We need to help those folks on the west side to elect more Republicans. Who knows, after the news of the last couple days, we might even have a race for state auditor coming up real quickly.
Funds raised during the event, including a live and silent auction, go to support the Grant County Republican Party. This is Joe Utter for iFiber One News.
People may be able to drive ATVs, UTVs, and golf carts on most Soap Lake streets. The Soap Lake City Council unanimously voted to have City Attorney Catherine Kennison write an ordinance allowing the vehicles on city streets. The ordinance would be modeled after a similar ordinance approved by the Ephrata City Council. The council members agreed to allow legally equipped all-terrain vehicles and golf carts to use city streets. State law doesn't allow the vehicle to be driven on state highways. It does allow the vehicles to cross the highways. The city council members want to limit the places where people can cross the highway to the intersections with Main Avenue and 2nd Avenue Northeast. The council doesn't want alternative vehicles on Soap Lake's beaches. Grant County Sheriff's Office Chaplain Dennis Fountain is delivering the opening prayer to the U.S. House of Representatives. Fountain was invited by Representative Dan Newhouse to travel to Washington, D.C. on Tuesday after Newhouse learned the normal House chaplain would be on vacation when the session opens. Fountain has served as a volunteer chaplain with the Sheriff's Office since 2011 and responds to critical incidents for the Sheriff's Office, offering counsel to victims of crimes. Sheriff Tom Jones stated he is proud of Fountain. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be back right after this.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Good to be with you, everybody. I'm Ceci Gutierrez with your local weather report from the One News Weather Center. And it is brought to you by your Buck Larry Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places. Let's begin with a quick look at your headlines. Multiple waves of moisture across the area, and this is all thanks to a cool upper-level trough from the Gulf of Alaska. In this series of troughs across the area, waves of moisture will be keeping that slight chance of rain across the area overnight tonight. Seasonable temperatures, however, and there is a warm-up trend by the second part of this work week. Here's a quick look. The temperatures topped out quite seasonable around mid-50s this afternoon, and Ephrata mid-40s with just a trace of precipitation. Now across Moses Lake, a similar scenario. These temperatures right around the average, right around 41 the low, that one a few degrees above where we should be, and around half of an inch of precip accumulation. Conditions right outside your door, partly to mostly cloudy skies. These temperatures in the mid-50s with that wind out of the west-southwest at around 14 miles per hour. Now here's a quick look of gray skies across the area. Precipitation in the form of snow along the higher elevations. Inland northwest, we notice that cloud cover, heavy rains across the immediate western portion and coastal areas of Oregon in our state. A dry spell is expected as we head into this Tuesday afternoon, and warmer air will be filtering into the region, but rounds of rain expected to continue even as we head into this Wednesday. Here's a quick look. Wednesday overnight into this Thursday, warmer temperatures will be dominating the area with some precipitation, very light to scattered along inland northwest, and also in the form of a mix. Across the area for this Tuesday afternoon, Yakima looking forward to readings in the lower 60s. Tri-Cities, more of a gray scenario with rain across that region in the upper 50s. Closer look across the basin, we are anticipating for this possibility of rain to continue, and notice the temperatures around the 60-degree mark. Here's a quick look. So once again, for the next few days, this Tuesday, we're anticipating for showers to continue. Temperatures around the 60-degree mark. Wednesday overnight into early Thursday, we'll notice another round of moisture impacting the area. But look at the temperatures already in the upper 60s for Thursday, bringing us approximately 10 degrees above where we should be. And if that's not enough, sunny and lower 70s for Friday. Beautiful weather, a bit of a breezy scenario Sunday into Monday. Now to sports, and your segment brought to you by your Buck Larry Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi. Hi, I see here on my glasses that it's your sales event.
Yeah, we have low APR financing and some great lease offers. Check out the bold new Camry.
Wow, that's really nice. I gotta get a closer look. Wow, there's so much stuff.
Careful.
If I could just see where I was going.
Right now, you can lease a new 2015 Camry for $199 a month with $750 lease bonus cash. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan.
Now this is cool.
That's easy to see.
Toyota, let's go places.
Ephrata baseball took 2 on the chin Saturday to open up CWAC league play. Sean Wells was on hand for the action and files this report.
It was opening weekend for the CWAC conference play as Ephrata hosted Prosser in a doubleheader. The Mustangs jumped out to a 3-0 early lead in the first game and never looked back. Prosser's Wyatt Wentz pitched 6 innings, striking out 6, while Alex Scarver had 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored, and a base hit to knock off the Tigers 8-4. In the second game, the Mustangs jumped out to another early lead. The Mustangs put up 12 runs in the first 3 innings, but the Tigers fought back with back-to-back doubles by John Schmidt and Logan Moss. Schmidt would go on to score on Moss's double, and the Tigers put up 7 runs in the bottom of the third. But the Mustangs would hold on to take game 2 of the doubleheader 13-9. Prosser's Riley Lusk was the big hitter with a double and 3 RBIs. The Tigers head on the road this week with games at Wapato and Grandview. For iFiber One News, Sean Wells.
The Chiefs picked up a win on the pitch at Lions Field to remain undefeated on the season.
Moses Lake opened Big 9 league play on the right foot with a 2-1 shootout win over Sunnyside. Defense ruled the first 30 minutes of the fuss as the teams denied each other's scoring opportunities. Ren Riley blasted this free kick past the Grizzlies' keeper, and the Chiefs took a 1-0 lead at the break. Joel Flores leveled the contest 1-1 at the 48-minute mark. The match ended in a tie and was knotted through overtime. Moses Lake prevailed 4-3 on penalty kicks to win it and moves to 4-0 on the season. The Chiefs are back on the pitch at West Valley Tuesday.
Moses Lake split non-league games over the weekend to open the 2015 season. The Chiefs dropped a 4-1 game to Graham Kapowsin Friday and then bounced back with a 9-8 win over Woodinville Saturday. Kevin Cosper's walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th evened the Chiefs' record at 1-1. Cosper finished with 2 hits and 2 RBI. Anthony Longmire got the win for Moses Lake. The Chiefs open league play at Eisenhower on Tuesday. Well, Gonzaga is headed to the Sweet 16. The Zags dominated Iowa 87-68 Sunday to make it out of the round of 32 for the first time since 2009. The Zags were ready from the tip against the Hawkeyes, who fielded the tallest starting lineup Gonzaga has encountered this season. It turned out to be a mismatch as Domantas Sabonis, Przemek Karnowski, and Kyle Wiltjer combined to make 20 of 28 shots. The trio also hit for 51 points and pulled down 20 rebounds. Wiltjer, who knocked down a game-high 24 points, did most of his damage with 3-pointers and mid-range jumpers. Gonzaga shot a sizzling 62% from the floor. GU takes on dark horse UCLA Friday for the chance to move on to the Elite Eight. The Zags beat the Bruins 87-74 back in December. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the 50th anniversary celebration at the Moses Lake Public Library. Reporter Joe Utter was there and has the story.
The Moses Lake Public Library celebrated its 50th anniversary on Saturday afternoon. Library patrons packed the building for the event to learn more about the library's history and plans for future expansion. Displays, including scrapbooks and a slideshow recording the history and events of the library, were available, along with demonstrations and activities for the kids. Mayor Dick Dean, a longtime Moses Lake resident, compared school overcrowding with the need for a bigger library.
When I look around here real quick, I see that this almost looks like our elementary schools. We have outgrown our elementary schools unbelievably. We've outgrown our high school, doubled the size. This needs to be tripled in size to meet the needs for our community.
Dean has been visiting the Moses Lake Library since it was built 50 years ago and said he is looking forward to what's to come.
As part of the city of Moses Lake and part of our Columbia Basin and a homegrown kid, I'm proud to be part of this, and I'm looking forward to the new expansion.
The Moses Lake Public Library Foundation, which was founded back in 2006 to promote and improve the library, is working to raise funds to expand the building, which was constructed by Floyd Swenson, who was on hand Saturday. Foundation President Tim Furman said about 500 people visit the library each day.
Libraries are not going away. Libraries are just changing what and how we do things. We may not have as many paper books in the future, but we still need the computers and the space.
The remodel and expansion of the library is expected to cost up to $9 million. Furman said engineers recommended expanding the current building due to its design.
This is a very unique building. There's just really nothing like that building. You need to stay right where you're at and just expand that library. And when when the community found out that we were talking about building the library, that was when the true rebellion came up, and I said, okay, well, let's plan on keeping the library we've got and adding to it.
Due to the lack of space in the current library, certain sections have been eliminated or are significantly smaller than they could be. The current library is about 10,000 square feet. Estimates point toward the need for a 30,000 square foot building for a community the size of Moses Lake Library serves now. Lack of space also means every event for adults or kids has to be held in the main part of the facility where everything can be heard throughout the library. To donate to the foundation, visit their website at www.mlplf.com. This is Joe Utter for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back after a short break.
What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com. Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your number one news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today.
Welcome back. Hydroplane races are returning to Soap Lake in June. The City Council approved a permit for the Smokeyam Resort Hydroplane Regatta. Councilwoman Kat Sanderson said the event draws enough racers and fans to fill the hotel and motel rooms in Soap Lake and Ephrata. Councilman Robert Brown opposed the permit after he questioned whether the event had enough portable toilets. He was told that the existing city restrooms at the RV campground were sufficient. Saby is building a new 135,000 square foot data center on its Quincy campus. Seattle-based Saby is one of the largest data center firms in Washington. In addition to Quincy, it has data center facilities in Seattle and Wenatchee. The company also has data centers in New York City and Ashburn, Virginia. Saby expects the first 2.7 megawatt pod of the new data center space to start operating in October. Once the second building is completed, there will be more than a total of 400,000 square feet of space on its campus. A new flagpole for East Main Avenue could be delivered to Soap Lake soon. Soap Lake City Council agreed to order a $4,800 flagpole. The flagpole will be installed in a newly constructed median on Main Avenue near Soap Lake Public Library. Donations toward the 50-foot flagpoles totaled $6,700. The pole comes with a 15-foot by 10-foot flag. The pole will be lighted at night, and major donors' names will be etched into a monument at the base of the pole. The flagpole is part of the city's $2 million downtown improvement project, which included new sewer pipes, wider sidewalks, crosswalk bump outs, new light poles, and bike racks. The flagpole will be in place by the June 6th dedication of downtown Soap Lake's new look. In Northwest news, Sunday marked the one-year anniversary of the deadly landslide in Oso. Here you can see people gathered to remember the 43 people killed in the disaster on March 22, 2014. The mudslide wiped out the Steelhead Haven neighborhood in Oso. Officials said it moved quickly, 50 to 70 miles per hour. At the ceremony, officials read the names of the victims and rang a bell in their honor. A moment of silence was also held. A Border Patrol agent shot and killed a man who illegally crossed the border between U.S. and Canada. It turns out the man was wanted for murder. Cairo's Graham Johnson has the details.
This is probably the spot that he crossed.
Rod Fadden lives 200 feet from Canada and today showed us the trail across the border behind his Sumas home.
There's the sensor right there.
The sensor is well hidden. A few minutes after Fadden stepped in front of it, a border agent showed up.
Just to be sure everybody here is in the United States or in Canada, we don't have anybody going back and forth.
On Thursday, investigators say a man crossing into the U.S. illegally set off a sensor and was erratic and threatening to two border agents.
The subject refused the agent's commands, then assaulted one of the agents with an unknown incapacitating spray.
The agent shot the man dead. Michael Kipling was home making lunch when he heard the gunshots.
I heard 3 consecutive shots, sounded like a handgun. It was pop, pop, pop.
Today, investigators revealed the dead man was wanted for murder and say they later found a hatchet in his backpack. Neighbors tell us it's usually quiet along the border, but the Whatcom County Sheriff reports an increasing number of assaults against law enforcement.
There's people crossing that international border to bring crime and violence to our community all the time.
That's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.